Hello everyone, my name is Dixon and welcome to this channel which is meant for you to be able to analyze your data by yourself. If you are a student, a researcher in any field, in the humanities, in epidemiology, in health sciences, yeah, generally, and biology or ecology, and you want to know how to analyze your data by yourself, you are in the right place. I'm going to introduce you particularly to a very special software that is well renowned for statistical analysis, and it is called R. Stay tuned. So let's start. So why must you use R? Basically, R was built by statisticians for statisticians. So that is why it is really, really good for statistical analysis. And its limits, it's not just statistical analysis, it's one of the central tools in data science as well, but it was originally built for statistical analysis. So that is one of the reasons why you have to use R. It is good to say that the most widely used software today in statistics, biology, and even ecology is R. The use is growing very, very fast with a large community of users. Okay, so it is one other reason is that it is completely an open source software. It is free. You just download it into your system, and all you need to do install it, and you begin to use it. You don't need any permission. You don't need any subscription anywhere. All right, like some of the point and click softwares that you really need to pay heavily to use them, maybe in 1 month or 1 year subscription. Okay. One other reason why you should use R is that you are able to reproduce your work. You're able to reproduce your code. Maybe you should just know this. R is programming language, okay? And it is a statistical software. So you are going to be doing some coding. Don't worry about that. It's not something that you should be afraid of, okay? So in 1 or 2 pressing of the buttons, you'll be able to run your first R code and you really feel good, all right? So, but one of the powers of R is that you can reproduce your work. I can generate a code here and send it to you and you can apply it to your data. You can do that and you can save your script, and in several years later, you can come back to it and rerun what you have made before. So it's reproducibility. It's out of this world. Okay. It is also repeatable. If you have your data that you have generated before and you made a code to analyze the data, if you go to the field and you feel like adding more data to the one you already have, you don't need to run or make a new code. You can use the code you have made before and update your data, and it works perfectly. Okay. So another thing that makes R outstanding is that it has many resources and communities to learn from. Like many resources, has online communities, even local communities. You can find people around that use R, and it will be a very, very good avenue to develop your skill in R statistics. Another great thing is the graphics. Oh my God, the graphics of R is out of this world. There is no any other software that I have known of that has the ability, all right, that R has when it comes to graphics. There are several packages in R that you can use to generate beautiful and eye-catching graphics for your presentation and even publication. And another thing is R is specialized. It is also used for programming, but specialized for statistics. Unlike other softwares like Python, that is a general purpose stuff, R is specialized. So basically, those are some of the reasons why you should use R. All right, so just download R and you install it. Now I take you through the step one after the other. I would recommend that if you're using Windows a laptop, you should search R for Windows. And if you're using any other type of laptop, you could just search for R that fits. That will save you the stress of going through a lot of options in finding the one that is best for your computer. So all I do is R for Windows, okay? It opens up R for Windows. Okay, this is actually the latest version of R 4.4.2, and all you need to do is what? Download it. When you download it, you will follow the instructions and you will install it. I don't want to download this again because I have it already installed in my system. I'm just showing you how and how to download it into your own system. So download it, and when you have downloaded it, you are going to also search for RStudio. There are two things you need to download and install: R itself and RStudio. RStudio for, for Windows. Okay, so this is it, RStudio. So you can download it. So just download the RStudio, not the RStudio server. Download the RStudio, and it will take you. It will give you. Yeah, when you download it, it will automatically communicate with R that you have already installed. First of all, install the R, and then secondly, install RStudio, and two of them will communicate. So whatever you're typing in RStudio, it is communicating to R. All right. So after that is done, we go back to our RStudio. Yes, and we are back to RStudio. Um, so I know you'll be wondering, how do you begin with RStudio? Okay, so it's not difficult. This is it, and this is the RStudio, and this is where you can start everything you want to do, or how you want to communicate with R. Okay, so I'm going to split this into two. You see that if you click here, it just maximizes this console, and if you click again, it cuts it into two. So basically, this is the arrangement of the RStudio is divided into four, and you can actually manage or customize each of this partitioning to your liking, okay? Depending on where, on the size of graphs or whatever you want, all right? So basically, this place you are seeing is called the source, okay, the R source, and it is where you write script. It is where you write like in Word. So I call it the word of R, okay? So you write here and you're able to save it. When you save it, you next time, if you want to continue your script, you can import it or open it and it opens. That is what makes R repeatable and reproducible. So when you type here, you can save it, and then next time you open it and you do whatever you want to do with it. This place is the console. It doesn't save your script. Once you are out of this place, whatever you have written here wipes up. If you come back again, you are going to have to start a new script or a new coding session, okay? But with this place, with the R script or the source, you can save it and begin newly. This is actually the R environment, and it gives you a list of all the objects you are working on in the script or the console, okay? For example, if I type 1 plus 1 here, I you see that I have two. So basically, it gives you object names. Object names. We'll come to that. If you are just doing calculation here, it doesn't store it. Okay, you have to store something in an object, and then it will be able to record it and tell you, okay, this object is found in the environment, and you have it. For example, if I want to assign this 1 plus 1 to an object now, okay, to a variable, if as soon as I do that, R will have it on the environment and will tell me, okay, I have an object on the environment. So 1 plus 1. Yeah, so you see that it has appeared here. You see that add. I have assigned this 1 plus 1 to add, and it gives me add already. So what I just need to do is, let me minimize this so that you can see it very well. You can see this, right? What I'll do, I'll just clean it up, and then we'll start all over again. Okay, so this is it. 1 plus 1 It doesn't give you anything on the environment because you have not assigned it to any object, okay? So R is an object-oriented program, okay? So it stores things in object for it to recognize it, right? And to be able to retrieve it some other time again. So if you put this, now you see that it has already given you even the value before you can even see it somewhere here, okay? So for you to see add, you print add, okay, and it has printed add. All right, let's go back to um, getting you to familiarize yourself with the R environment, okay? So here you can see the files, you can change several things here. Basically, one of the things I will just show you is the R tools, okay? The R tools where you can change the layout and the look of the R environment, okay? And the global environment, you go to the global environment, and this, you see the console? Or and then the layout, you see the layout here, it is like this. It's a source, console, environment, and the other ones for plots and files. All right. So here you can change the way you want to. If you want to add, you can add some other stuff again. Okay, so it's a lot of thing to do with this place. So if I do that and I say I apply, okay, now see, it has created a lot of stuff for me. It has created a lot of stuff for me. So what do I need to do? I can start to type in this place. All right. So if I say OK, I can start to type here. 1 plus 1. It gives me, you begin to see it here. Okay. And then you can plot, you see the environment here, you see everything. So you can divide it into whichever number you want. So that environment is a very cool place to manipulate your your R, the way your R looks. So for the appearance, you can change the appearance of your R in different manner. Okay, you can change it to ambience. All right, so you can change that. Okay, so you can just change the color. If you apply this, everything changes. You will see that everything will change in the R. You see how it changed? The look changed, and it looks exactly like the writing here. You can check chaos and apply. Okay, so you can see Chrome, and then it becomes like this. Okay, so most people prefer this Chrome because they are able to scroll up and down on the console. Other themes don't give you this flexibility. All right, so if you check this, you go to appearance, and then you go to ambience, you go to chaos. So if you do apply and I OK, you'll see that you don't have those points there where you can just click here and start. But basically, you can hold this down and move it, all right, to whichever place you want to move in. So I'm going to go back into the four dimension of R. Let me go back there so that it will be easy for us to do what we want to do, okay? So I do this and layout, and what do I do? I remove this. I have to remove this. So I've removed it, okay? Now that I have removed it, I'm going to apply it, and then and I'll go back to my appearance and choose the chaos, okay? Here is it, and I can extend it to meet this line here. The basic thing that R does is calculating, okay? So in its most basic form, you can use R as a calculator, all right? So that is the first thing I will teach you in the use of R today, and we already started doing that, okay? So I'll start this, 3 plus, 3 plus 2 minus 4. I'll tell R to give me that. And if you want to execute the code here, the difference between this R script or source and the console is that once you type on the console, you just press enter and everything runs for you, like 3 plus 2 minus 4. Everything runs for you, right? But on the R script, you need to run it, okay? You need to execute it by clicking this run. You can press down Control Enter and it runs. Basically, that is what I do, because I feel it's a lot of time waste to go type here and then move all the way. So I just press Control Enter and it executes for me. Okay. So R has seen this to be what? As a calculator. We are using R as a calculator now. Using R as a calculator, it calculates this 3 plus 2 minus 4. Okay. So it does this 3 plus 2 equal to what? 5 minus 4 is this. And you know, it goes by the rule of BODMAS, that is by, of, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So if you see that addition actually comes before subtraction in the BODMAS concept, it does the plus before it does the minus. Let's take one more example and say the square root of 9 is what? Is 3, okay? And you can see how it's being used as a calculator. You can have exponential as well, okay? If I want to say 2 exponential 2, what does it give me? It gives me 4. That means 2 to the power of 2. It gives me 2. If you say 3 exponential, so 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So that is what it has given us, like this. So if you want to write exponential, this is the sign. In the next video, I'm going to tell you and show you some basic operations in R which you can use. So I really need you to follow this video squarely. Okay, I have introduced you into downloading and installing R and doing the very first basic thing, like calculation in R. The next thing, I'm going to introduce you to some signs, okay? Signs that you will use as you continue in this R lesson. Without those signs, you will really not understand the next things we will do. So I just want to follow it from the very beginning, gradually, until you become an expert and you begin to analyze your data by yourself. In the next video, I will define what operator is and how it is used and what importance operators play in our programming for statistical analysis. So thank you very much for hanging around. I hope I see you very soon.